Warning, the contents of this episode are such that may make you feel drowsy, unfocused, and very relaxed. Please do not listen to this episode if you are driving, operating heavy machinery, or in a position in which you have to remain focused. Enjoy the episode.
Do we want to do my meditation? It's actually like a grounding exercise.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Tell us how this should go.
Okay. So I will guide you through it. So Christina Pratt is someone who she's got a podcast. I think it's called Shaman's Cave. Hold on, let me make sure. Oh, it's called Why Shamanism Now. There's a different one called Shaman's Cave that's by Sandra Ingerman, and she actually worked with Michael Harner. And she considers herself a Western shaman. And she uses the term very freely. She feels very justified in that. And she definitely has some juice. Like she's not nobody. She's been doing this for a really long time. So Christina Pratt has Why Shamanism Now. It's this podcast that she's had for many years. And she has like a center and she teaches classes and she's really involved in her community. Like she does a lot of things and she's really deep into a shamanic lifestyle. Is she truly a shaman or not? Based on the definition of some of the people that I really respect? No, probably not. Not by their definition, but she's doing shaman adjacent work and she's been doing it for a really, really long time. And I do feel confident she knows what she's talking about. She's not somebody who's just pulling shit out of her ass. Like she is someone who's really grounded and who is really invested in trying to find a way. Like her thing, I feel like my takeaway from her podcast is she's trying to find a way to bring shamanic ideas and shamanic practice into a modern life. Like she's trying to bridge that gap. And I think that she's doing a really good job with that. She's got a really cool podcast and I've listened to it. I used to listen to it a lot and I don't listen to it very much anymore, but she's got this whole series about energetic boundaries and why they're important. And we talked a little bit last time about boundaries and protection. She lives, or at least lived for a while in New York. She's on the East Coast somewhere, and it's really highly populated. Lots of people, no privacy, people just stacked right on top of each other, basically like constantly in contact with each other all the time. And as a very empathic person, she really struggled when she first moved to New York, and she really struggled with like her sanity basically because she was just constantly with this whirlwind of energy that wasn't hers. And so she kind of established this boundary exercise, and I have taken her boundary exercise and I've added quite a bit to it. No, I don't know if I've added quite a bit to it. I've changed some things and added some things to
Tweaked it.
I've tweaked it.
Is that what we're doing today?
Yes.
Okay.
There is a medicine story that tells of Crow's fascination with her own shadow. She kept looking at it, pecking at it until her shadow woke up and became alive. Then Crow's shadow ate her. Crow is dead Crow now. Join us as we attempt to look through the wandering crow's eye to find the gateway to the supernatural, to seek to know the unknowable mysteries of creation. Welcome to the Wandering Crow podcast.
What are we supposed to be doing, I guess, is what I asked or meant when I said how's this going to work?
You're going to follow my prompting.
And we just stay in our seats as we are? Like, do you have any suggestions?
You can,
Should I turn off these lights and sort of like be like a more relaxed, dark space?
I think follow your intuition on that. And yeah, if you want to do that. So everybody get comfortable. So this exercise is threefold. 4. There's some sneaky stuff that I do in this exercise. So Christina's original exercise, it was about calling back the energy that you put out into the world and using the energy to reinforce your own personal energy boundary. Like that's how she did this exercise. I've added some things. So it's a grounding, a little bit of elemental healing, and kind of a very sneaky way of calling in a wheel and bringing you into hopefully bringing you into something approaching what we call hollow bone, like bringing you into something that's really, really, really neutral and just a really good, calm, grounded space.
For anyone that's not a frequent listener, explain what a wheel is.
When I talk about wheel, I talk about shamanic wheel, and I talk about the directions. In this exercise, I am calling in the directions in a sneaky way. I'm not explicitly calling in north, south, east, and west. I am calling in energies that are considered to be connected to those directions. And I'm calling the above and the below as well. So bringing you into my concept of a wheel from my lineage. There's nothing about this that's unsafe. There's nothing about this that projects energy outward. There's nothing about this that will put you into a place where you're in danger. I know we've talked a lot about entities and things. This exercise is a really good, safe one. And you could do this anytime for yourself. Okay. Starts with the breath. Bring one big, deep breath in. Pull it in. Fill up your lungs completely. And then blow it out. Feel into your body. Feel areas that feel tight, that maybe feel sore, that feel achy, and breathe into those. Breathe in deep. And exhale. Release the tension. Release the pain. Release the stiffness. Now, doing this exercise, you can keep your eyes open if that feels safer. But if you're comfortable with it, I invite you to close your eyes. And I want you to focus on what you see, your eyelids. Now take your awareness, that part of you that sees, and imagine that you're spinning it around within your body. So you're inside your body. Spin yourself around. So now what you're seeing is potentially your brain, potentially the back inside of your skull. Or if you're more into chakras, this would be your crown chakra. However you imagine it is absolutely fine. But the important thing is that you're inside your physical body and you are looking at what's there. And continue breathing. Continue feeling relaxed. And with each breath, scoot yourself down a little bit farther. So now you're looking at maybe your spinal cord, that top part of your spinal cord, or maybe you're looking at the vertebrae or your throat chakra. And with every breath, scoot yourself down a little bit lower. So now maybe you're looking at your shoulder blades. Maybe you see your lungs. Maybe you see your solar plexus, the energy that sits there. And this is a long, slow, meandering progression down. Take big breaths in and out, nice and easy. Eventually, you find yourself maybe looking at your stomach, your liver. Should be in the abdomen at this point. Get a little bit lower, a little bit lower. Maybe you see the tops of your pelvic bones. And you get a little bit lower until you're right down at your sit bones. And this is where we're going to stop. Keep breathing. Nice, slow, comfortable breaths. And now what I want you to do as you breathe, stay where you are in your pelvis. Stay at the sit bones.
For every breath you take in, imagine that you are breathing in all of the energy that you've expended, the energy you expended today and yesterday and all the days before that you've never once called back. And that energy could be the smile that you smiled at a stranger. And that energy could be an argument you had with someone that you know. That energy could be a project that you really spent a lot of time on. It could be something that you're worried about and haven't relinquished that worry. For every breath, pull it in and hold it. And for every exhale, imagine that there's a little flap that keeps it from leaving your body. So it's coming in from your pelvis with every inhalation. And then with every exhalation, that flap closes and the energy stays inside of you. We're going to spend some time doing this. So breathe in your energy for a while. Just imagine all of the different places and all of the different ways that you give your energy away without even realizing it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's normal. But we're going to call it back today. Maybe it's the garden you tend. Maybe it's a relationship at work or a customer. Maybe it's feeling particularly annoyed at somebody who cut you off while you were driving. You gave your energy to that person in the form of your annoyance. Call it back now. Now, this part of the exercise, we could spend a very long time doing. But at this point, you should probably feel like you're pretty full of energy that you didn't realize you had given away. And now you have this abundance of energy and you're not maybe super sure what to do with it. From your position in the sit bones, I want you to look out and around, still staying inside of your body, but noticing maybe there's a little bit of something extra that surrounds your body. For every person, this looks a little different. For me, I imagine an iridescent bubble. It's beautiful and oil slick, rainbowy. But there are places where it's very thin or where there are holes. And that's normal. That's something that we have all the time. But with this extra energy that you've called in, you're going to take that energy and scoop it up and fill in the holes. And you're just going to spend some time doing that. Still breathing, still feeling really relaxed. But taking that energy, anywhere you see that you feel like needs a little reinforcement, you go ahead and you take that extra energy and you put it there. And it is a kind of magic. The energy that you place there will fill the hole and it will stay. And it will build up stronger walls. For myself personally, I most often have holes in my energy wall in my back, right between my shoulder blades and a little bit lower, kind of following my spine. So I spend a lot of time putting energy back there. And spend some time, you can spin around a little bit, look above your head, look below your feet, check out around your arms, and just spend time evaluating and repairing, all the while breathing. And you could still be breathing in energy that you've left out in the world, and that's okay. That's allowed. This is a time of just doing what feels right and what you need to do. Continue breathing. Continue feeling relaxed. Now, this is another part of the exercise that you could spend a very long time on. And for some people, maybe it makes sense to do this daily for 30 minutes a day or an hour, whatever works for them. But for the sake of this exercise, I'm going to ask you to sort of wind down what you're doing, find a good place to stop, because we're going to move on now. You might still have an abundance of extra energy that you've called in. I did, and I often do, even after I filled in the holes in my energy field, after I filled in my boundary and made it strong. And so this part does a couple of things. With this extra energy, I want you to imagine it moving down and out through your pelvis as roots. Feel them grow and tunnel and move down into nurturing, cool soil. Smell the earth and feel the coolness. Lay your roots down into it. And from here, I invite you to give excess energy that you have away, and in return, ask the soil to give you the nourishment that you need. And maybe you don't even know what that nourishment is, but the soil knows. Let it give you what you need. Take from the earth and feel nourished. So as you're giving your excess energy away, the earth too is giving you excess energy, helping you, cleansing you, strengthening you, and grounding you. So it becomes a kind of loop, a kind of cycle. This is always my favorite part. Once you feel good and strongly connected, and you feel like you've got a good loop happening, continue growing down and down, past the rocks that live beneath the loose soil, past crust and beyond, and down until you reach the magma that is underneath all of us. And here I want you to connect with fire and ask it to burn off any impurities that you hold within you. Ask it to fuel you and feel your passion. Feel that piece of you that lives off fire, that part of you that is fire. In return, if you have extra energy, you continue to give. You building the loop. So now you're looped with earth and fire. As you breathe in, breathing in energy from around the world that you've let out into the world and giving it to these two places. And in return, it gives you healing. It gives you connection with these two pieces. It helps make you whole. We're going to continue balancing this. Keep breathing in and out. By now, you've accumulated a number of nutrients from the soil, a lot of energy spark from the fire. And you're going to continue that loop, continuing that exchange, but you're going to pull some of that back up through your pelvis and into your core, and up and push it out through your arms and your head. So now you become branches. And you're going to let that grow with all of the nutrients in the soil, with all of the fire and the spark and the flame from the magma. You're going to grow up and out. And you're going to let your awareness kind of come with you too as you move up. Continuing to breathe, continuing to feel into all of the things that you're feeling. From here, your leaves get so high and so tall, you can feel the air rushing through your leaves, the birds making a home and chirping in your branches. Invite that air, invite that energy of newness, of rushing, of moving, and connect with it. Invite it in and allow it to heal those pieces of you that have become stagnant, that don't know how to move, that are maybe a little bit too still. And all the while, we're connected in all of these places, pulling our energy in, holding our boundary. You don't even have to consciously do it, it's just always there. Feeding into the soil and taking from the soil, feeding into the magma and taking from the magma, and feeding into the air now. You breathe out carbon dioxide, and that feeds everything. As a tree, you breathe out oxygen, and that feeds everything else. So that exchange, that natural balance and harmony, the give and the take. And you continue growing higher and higher until your leaves push through clouds and that water. Let that water quench your inner thirst. Let that water soothe the jagged and burned pieces, the places that need healing there. Breathe out your turmoil and breathe in that relaxation and that soothing that the water can give, that fluidity and that flexibility, and a little bit different kind of movement from air. You don't have to think too hard about it, but at this point you're connected. Earth, fire, air, and water. And the last little piece I'm going to ask of you. You are already fully grounded and connected to Earth. Earth, the mother. Earth, the planet. Earth, our home. Now push up and feel yourself connecting also with the cosmos, with the universe, the Father above, the universal masculine. So the masculine above and the feminine below, and feel yourself moving with all of them. It should be a very smooth, gentle spinning maybe, or a smooth and gentle stillness, a completion and a wholeness. You are part of all. And you can rest here and be in a space where you are all and you are connected to all. And your energy is balanced here. You are grounded here and also connected. Just enjoy that moment. Enjoy that feeling. And maybe on days where you're feeling really lethargic and tired and exhausted and the world has gotten you down, remember this feeling and this moment, this piece of connection, and let it heal you. Let it counteract. Now, this is another place where on your own you could spend a long time. But here and now, it's time to come back. Pull your awareness away from all, away from the universe and the space and the sky, away from the clouds, away from the air, down and down, and also up from the magma, up from the soil. Bring yourself back fully inside of your body, fully inside of your torso. Your pelvis, excuse me. Once you've sort of squished yourself back down into your pelvis, slowly, slowly begin to move back up. Breathing easy, breathing deep, up past the pelvic bones, up past the liver and stomach, a little bit higher, up past the lungs, a little bit higher, past the shoulder blades. Nice and easy, back into your brain, back into your skull, and then flip yourself back around so that you are once again aware of your eyelids, your closed eyelids. Take one final last deep breath, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Take some time, wiggle into fingers and toes. Shake your body a little bit. Bring yourself back. All right, friends. Everybody okay? You all look, the ones of you that I can see look pretty relaxed.
Oh yeah, I'm much more relaxed now.
Abby's asleep.
Yeah, I don't know if she came back yet or not. She might still be muted.
She's still muted.
Yeah.
I went somewhere.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So-
I'm not quite sure where. I wasn't quite asleep, but I was asleep, but not quite.
Okay. Well, cool. I hope that other people enjoy that. And if you didn't like mine and you would rather try Christina's, you can check out her podcast at Why Shamanism Now. And many thanks to Christina for all of the wonderful things you do in the world and things that you teach.
Well, thank you, Mandy, for letting us experience your version. And
Yes, thank you.
sad that it didn't work out for me, but I'm glad it worked out for everyone else.
I'm sorry. Maybe we can try it again just stop right there. All right, friends. This has been a mini episode of The Wandering Crow, and we'll see you in the next episode. I think we're going to do... we were talking about
I
grounding.
think we should go into grounding first because we've just grounded and then go into liminal space. But
It's a good flow. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, I'm going to stop the recording. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.